Hidayana Patricia binti Mujibur Rahman, and my number metric is 2022831856.
My name is Rania Patricia binti Zizi and my matrix number is 2022-482786.
My name is Nur Anis Syafiqah binti Awang, 2022617264.
My name is Nisal Zulaika binti Muhammad Zulkifli, number metric 2022483328.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wanda Mia Hazukah binti Ahmad Adnan and my card number is 2022880164.
What is politic? Actually, we can define what is politic because politic has a lot of definition on different perspective on other. Every scholar have different perspective, and with that, politic is much more than a government. It involves in everybody because we live in it. It's a community as a citizen. Also, policy they can enforce and make and law also is about power. If we look into politics in art, it's about exercise of control or authority within the society through the creation and enforcement of leader. If we look into the politics in science, it's to protect the right of citizen harmony, peace, and human relations.
The next point is culture. Culture is a practice of a specific belief, guidance, or the way of life that have been followed by the generation. So political culture is when the traditional culture that have been followed by the people before is included with the politics. When the traditional of the culture that people used before has now changed where the politics is involved, so the politics put some aspect of modernization in the culture. As example, when the operation of the government are now specified and be united for all government department, all Malaysians have already know what is the system in the government. So this has been automatically being a culture, the modern culture for the society to follow whenever they go to the office or whenever they go for any operational system in the government. Next is political value. Political value is the judgment that has been agreed by all the citizens in order to determine the action of the government. The action of the government and the politician is determined by the political value. Is all politician and government already do all this of this political value in their action? So the question is the power from the government is misused? Are the government with much wealth are worthy enough? Do our health support and education equality is distributed to people equally? And does law ensure the justice for the people can be achieved? If all of this question can be achieved and can be answered properly, then our politic and our government might have the chance to be the good politics that we should achieve. Psychological behavior. Psychological behavior is the way of people act or people thinks based on logical thinking that they have. It can be unconscious or even conscious. So by understanding how psychological behavior works, we can see if the politics are involved in the psychological behavior, this will affect mostly the individual, which is how individual will see and learn how the politics are taken back into their lifestyle, and then they can involve the politics by their thinking is either indirectly or directly. As example, we can see the student that taking the course in the political subject in university is either they will take it because of the course that they're gonna take for the future career, whether they want to be directly in the politics or indirectly involved in the politics. Social behavior, on the other hand, are the action involved in the group of people to be involved in the politics for their own rights and their own importance. This usually counts in more obvious and more interaction where the group of people will establish their own group and they will have their own way in politics on how they will give the impact on the social by their voicing their own ideas, or they're the one that from the authority to take care of their followers. As example, for the politician, they are responsible to take act in the government so that they will They will ensure that the citizens below them are supposed to take action and supposed to follow their orders. And the second example is a group of citizens that have the rights to voice their own opinion and their own idea to the authority, so that their idea and their own voices can be heard in order to make the social life to be rise and to be better for the future. So this is the social behavior.
Conflicting interest is focusing on the pressure group. The establishment of this pressure group is due to what the citizens want but not being fulfilled by the government. So the way of people to voice their need, their demand is they forming a group by have a lot of people in it, and then they pressure the government by voicing what they want and their need and keep pushing the government. And by doing this, the government feel pressure and then will try their best to fulfill the citizen needs. But they have to be remembered that not all the demand by the citizen will get fulfilled, because it's not possible. It's not impossible to them, to government, to free all of that. But at the national level, or we can call it as the federal government, is a wide jurisdiction and is responsible for ruling our country to make sure everything runs smoothly. Also, it has the authority to resolve an issue involving a national concern. Other than that, it can provide us, our nation, as in a defense way. It is to remain our country in peace and harmony and not get involved in any war. And by doing this, national level have to make sure to maintain the security defense body to be ready if something undesirable happens in the future.
So the very first importance of politics is to ensure that every subject or citizen in the nation is being treated fairly and equally. All citizens want their demand and need to be heard by the government. So in order to turn this into a reality, they will need someone to represent them. Citizens should be treated fairly and equally without any discrimination, regardless of their race, skin color, and even their religion, and also their gender. We live in a peaceful and harmonious society, so it is very important for us to live without any discrimination against one another. Politics will help to realize the citizens' demand of wanting to be treated fairly and equally by allowing people who has the same interest to join up and create a party to represent the public's need. By doing so, they will also avoid making enemies with other groups in order to maintain and improve the harmony and peace of the nation. The second importance of politics is to ensure the safety and well-being of the citizen. Citizens will feel like their safety is being guaranteed in the country. They don't feel endangered or feel like any perceived harm may fall upon them. Even if they do feel endangered, they believe that someone will protect them from the state danger. How can politics ensure our safety? Is by making sure that the law passed are laws that will protect us mentally or physically. Those who went over the law will be fined or punished. On a worldwide scale, this is to prevent countries from making enemies and unwanted wars. This is to ensure the peace and harmony of the world. So the third importance of politics is to ensure a more promising future. We need to understand what actually defines politics. Politics is about involving in decision-making process that may affect the lives of the citizens. For an instance, to be a competent citizen that knows what is actually going on in the nation instead of blindly following what the government decided to do. Politics is about the unity of people in the nation, where they all are given fair chances to succeed. The fourth importance of politics is to provide services to the people. Politics provides service to the people or to the subject. The people who work for the government are called the civil servant, and they are responsible in delivering the service to the public. This will benefit both ways, as they will provide services. In return, the citizen will be happy and put their trust and rely on the decision made by the government, as they believe that what the government does will benefit them. Government will get the support they needed to protect the nation and to rule the nation while protecting its sovereignty, while citizens will be happy as they get the services that they wanted.
We'll continue to another reason why politics is so important to the country. The main point is politics has representative and voice. Representation and having a voice are essential aspects of politics in democratic societies. First, representation of diverse interests. Politics is actually aims to represent and accommodate the diverse interests, perspective, and also concerns of the people. The elected representative serve as a bridge between the citizen and also the decision-making process, and also it actually advocating for their constituents' needs and prioritize. Other than that, the effective representation ensures that different social, economic, and cultural groups have a voice in shaping policy and laws. Next, the second one, representation and having a voice allows citizens to influence policies, decisions that affect their life. By engaging with elected representatives, individuals and groups can advocate for specific policies, propose legislative change, or raise awareness about pressing issues. So overall, in this point, representation and having a voice in politics are vital for the functioning of democratic societies, as they foster inclusivity, responsiveness, and the protection of citizens' rights and interests. Lastly, the importance of politics is to establish international relations. In this point, politics plays a crucial role in establishing and managing international relations between other countries. First, politics influence a country's decision to join and participate in international organizations such as the United Nations, World Trade Organization, or regional alliances like the European Union or African Union. Next, other than that, economy and trade relations. Actually, politics plays a significant role in shaping economy and trade relations between nations. In this point, governments engage in political negotiations, establish trade agreements, and also develop economic partnership to promote bilateral and multilateral trade, investments, and economic cooperation.
Adapting is an action or process to get use of certain things. In politics, there are three ways to adapt. First, engage with the politics. Through this engagement, people can try to understand what is politics about, how the politics impact their own life, and how important the politics are. All of these questions can be asked to themselves so that they can relate the politics with their perspective of view. Second, deal with the reality. Politics can be handled emotionally. It must be professional. People must accept the thought of other people because in politics there are no wrong and right. Lastly is be part of the politics. It is not people join the election. It is not like that. But people just join the event handled by the political parties so that they can get a clear view of how the politics are. They can see through the events of the surrounding, the air, how it being handled. And they can see too the relationship between the community and the politics. So, by being a part of the politics, they can understand more and try to adapt with the politics calmly.
So in conclusion, politics is a complex and multifaceted domain that encompasses the activities, processes, and decisions involved in governing societies and establishing relationships between individuals, groups, and nations. It also involves the acquisition and exercise of power, the formulation and the implementation of policies, and the negotiation of interests and values. That's all from us. Thank you.